Good afternoon, all. Is my voice is clear to you all? Yeah. Thank you for your response. Just I want to share my screen. Would you please give a response whether my screen is visible or not? Is my screen is visible? Would you please respond in the chat box? Yeah. Thank you. First I want to recap the previous day concepts, which was completed by Hanuman sir. So just I want to know. Would you please respond in the chat box? Previously, which concepts covered till now? Up to pop messages. Very good, Umsi. Thank you for your response. And next, today I want to start with a functional statements, which is available in JavaScript. So first, I want to describe few points about function statements, which is available in JavaScript, and then we need to explore in a practical manner. So today's concept is zoom the screen. Functions. Is my screen is visible to you, everyone? Yeah, thank you. First, each and every everyone well known about functions. What is a function? What is a function? Just I want to know. I want to get response from your end because each and everyone knows about functions. Okay, I didn't get any response from the trainees. So here, the function is a subprogramming design to perform a particular task. It's nothing but, for example, if you want to do one thing, for example, just I want to go from some X place to Y place. It's a task. It's already designed. It's nothing but a function. It's a functionality. Just I want to take one example for your understanding purpose, and just I want to mention a few points about functions also here. Function is a subprogramming designed to perform the particular task. Uh, it's very well known about each and everyone because we are doing functions so many times, or we are using real time scenarios also. So, for example, if you design, if you create a function, how would you call a function here? First, I need to discuss with the syntax. After that, I need to proceed with the description, full detail about the functional statements. Just I want to mention as syntax. Syntax function. Functions must need with the start with a name function. This the function we are using in so many programming languages by using function. Function, and here we need to use a function name. In the brace, we are mentioning we are mentioning a task. This is a function syntax. For example, if you're design or if you are implementing a function, how do you call the function? By using function name and parenthesis. For example, here I'm using a function name without spaces. Just I need to call like this. It's an functional execution. It's nothing but if we execute the function, you can call with a function name followed by parenthesis. So, and it's nothing but invoking a function. Invoking function means when we are defining a function, we need to execute the function. It's nothing but invoking. It's nothing but invoking. And another one is by using functions, we can pass the parameters to the particular function. For example, here the function name. Sorry to sorry here. Sorry for that. I'm forget the parenthesis here. After function, we need to use a parenthesis. It's a mandatory. I forget it. That's why I mentioned one more time. If you pass any data to the parenthesis, it's nothing but a parameter. Parameter. And it's not a mandatory to give. If you want to create any anonymous function, you can also create anonymous function. And the function always return the values. For example, here I want to return anything. Directly we can use a return statement here. Return, and we need to pass the return value. And each and every function return only single value, either returns 0 or 1. And if you want to create a functions, or if you need to create a functions in a different manners, first one is function declaration, as we have already declared here. And the second one is function expression. And the third one is by using arrow functions. It's ES6 properties. Is it clear now? If you have any queries, would you please respond in the chat box? Yeah. Thank you, Nagendra. So we are already using functional declaration syntax, and just I want to write some practical exposure on inspect elements. Just I want to open my code, or open my folder through command prompt. Just I'm using a Visual Studio Code. That's why I'm using code dot in my terminal. I don't want to use this terminal again. Just I want to close it. In this online in this online class, just I want to create one file and name it index.html. Here I'm all we're all each and everyone knows the HTML code syntax. Just I want to mention HTML5. It's getting a skeleton of HTML. And I want to use a toggle bar wrap here. If any code, when we are using toggle bar wrap, if any code exceeds the screen, the code would be displayed below the line. So first I want to run my index.html into the browser. Okay. For our better understanding purpose, just I want to mention one tag here. The tag is highest font tag h1 hello react js team. For our better understanding purpose, just I want to mention hello react js team. And here I want to use inspect elements by using control shift I. First I need to write some code here, and after that, when the code is execution properly working, after that I need to work with our application, which is what it is index.html. So here we are already known the function syntax and how to create a function by using function. And if you want to create a function with a function name, just use here. I want to use f name. In this f name, just I want to use console log or else alert. Alert is used to display alert message. Hello. Hello. When we are creating a function, just we need to call the function name here. What is the function name here? F name. Here I want to invoke the function here by using f name with a parenthesis. Just when you press enter, at that time the alert message would be displayed on the screen. So it's working fine, and it's nothing but anonymous function without passing any parameters here. It's nothing but anonymous function. And if you want to create, or else if you want to pass any parameters here, just I want to mention here with parameters. I want to create one function here. I'm using this code to my browser, to my index.html page by using script tag. And observe here, when you're creating a script tag, you need to mention after the body tag. It's a better because the body tag is already preload. That's why we are using outside of the body. Or else HTML outside also we need to use script tag here. Script. Here I want to mention a script function creation. Just I want to mention a commented line here. Function declaration. Function declaration. And what is the next one? I hope it's clear. Okay. Someone asking a little bit zoom in the console part. I think so. It's clear. Janardhan, my voice is clear to you. You send a message. My voice is not audible. If you are facing anyone the same issue, would you please respond here? Yeah, thank you. I hope it's clear. Create a function, right? Yeah, thank you. So first I need to concentrate on functional declaration. I want to pass with parameter and without parameter also, and then I need to use arguments here, and after that I need to go with the function extension and array functions. Is it okay for you? Yeah, thank you. First here I want to mention a comment here, function without it's a functional declaration, it's nothing but without parameter. It's a function without parameter. And here I want to mention a function with parameter. With parameter is nothing but if you we need to send a parameter here in between parentheses of the function. So here I mention one more comment, function with parameter. Similarly, I want to create, or else I want to copy our entire code, entire previous code, and paste it into here. Here I want to pass, the parameter 1. So when I'm getting the parameter 1, I need to display the text which is available in parameter. And before that, we need to call, or we need to invoke the function here. Here I want to use the function name as with parameter. Just I want to call the function name here with parameter. Here I want to pass the arguments. And in this, not only this JavaScript, we are observing so many programming language parameter and arguments. And after completion of this, I want to describe what is the parameter and where we use parameter, as well as where we are using arguments. So here I want to pass the name hello APSSDC. In this alert, just I want to mention these parameter. Here hello APSSDC is a argument. Hello APSSDC is an argument, and here the param1 is a parameter. Parameter 1 is considered as a parameter. And here in this alert message, just I want to pass the parameter one. And here we don't want to use any double quotes. Just directly we need to use parameter one. Just I want to save here, and I need to execute in the browser. Just refresh it. Observe here. Here I am getting hello APSSDC. Is it clear? Nagasrija, wait for a while. Just I need to elaborate why you are using script tag. Yeah, very good doubt, Nagasrija. You are asking why you are using script tag. And JavaScript is a scripting language. And if you want to use a JavaScript into HTML code, definitely we need to use a script tag. It's a mandatory. And the day before yesterday, someone is asking, I think so. What is a script tag? Why you are using script tag? If we call any JS files here, we need to use script tag. It's a mandatory. For example, here we are using intra scripts. If you want to use any external script, here I want to create for your understanding purpose. Just I want to create one folder name with JS. In this folder, just I want to mention all JavaScript files which I have to which I want to use in this application or in this session. So here I want to create one JavaScript file here. Here I want to create functions.js. Here our file name is function.js. For example, if I want to write entire JavaScript code in the external file, just I want to copy, or else I want to just I want to copy the our entire code which is available in between the script tag, or else okay. Just I want to take a copy here, and I need to use here. And if you're using any external files, and first we need to interlink with a file, a JS file into HTML file by using script tag. Just I want to comment this entire thing, and here just I want to use script tag. In this script tag, just I want to use a source. Source is nothing but it's a link with our external file. So here I'm using src. Here in this src, just we need to mention the exact path which is available, the file name function.js. Here index.js is a root file. In this root file, I am creating a one more folder. Folder name is JS. Just we need to redirect with JS. In the JS, I'm creating a one file. A file name is function.js. So just we need to save our index.html file and function.js file. When I execute these index.html file, I'm getting the same output. It's another way to interlink with JS into HTML page. Is it clear, Nagasrija? Yeah. And here I want to say one more thing. And in the script tag, when we're using use strict method is there. In between double quotes, just we need to use strict method. If you're using use strict, it's nothing but we need to pass the instructions strictly. If you're creating any variables, and if we didn't pass any data to the variable, those variables not be considered here. use script is available in ECMAScript 5 onwards. ECMAScript 5 onwards. So if you want to use strict, you can use here. Here I don't want to use strict here, because if I want to forget any variable assigning values here, those values are not getting here. That's why here I don't want to use strict here. Someone is asking, please zoom the screen. Okay. Control plus. I hope my screen is visible to each and everyone. Some of the YouTube users send a message. Your screen is not visible. Is it clear? Yeah. Thank you. Next one is, in this just here each and every script file I want to create, or I want to use external file only, because, and one more thing is here, and by using JavaScript we can use front and back end scripts like server side scripting language also, and by using this we can we can improve our application accessibility. For example, if you, previously we are designing one application, right? It's a resume application. In that resume application we are using static code, right? By using these JS, these JavaScript files, we can create or we can get the dynamical code here by using DOM manipulations. And for example, if nowadays most of the front end developers are using a JavaScript, the Java they didn't use any HTML codes here, any HTML codes in HTML page. They're implementing entire HTML code into JS by using DOM manipulations. Uh, After completion of these functions, just I want to start with the DOM manipulations. At the time, I need to give a full description about DOM manipulations. I hope it's clear. Next one is arguments. Here, I want to mention the difference between parameter and arguments. Previously, we had already discussed. It's considered as a parameter, and when we are invoke the function, it's considered as argument. Here, by using functions, we can return the statements also. Previously when I am starting this session, we already discussed about a return statement, right? Return. Here, I want to use one more function. Okay. Previously, we are using a normal function syntax. Here, I want to use function expression. Function expressions for return statements. Here, the syntax is, and the function expression and arrow functions are not available in other technologies. So we need to concentrate on here also, and it's very useful for the React.js. Here, I want to create one variable where x equal function. Here we don't want to use any function name here. Directly we need to use parentheses, and here statements. Syntax. It's another way to create a function. Just I want to explore a return statement in the function expression. Here I want to use a function expression where return one equal function, and here I want to use a return a I want to return alert demo return. And here I didn't invoke the function expression here. If you want to invoke this function expression by using like this x, we need to use parenthesis here. Here x considered as a function name. X is nothing but variable. A variable parenthesis. It's another way. It's invoking. So here I want to implement for invoke method. Here I'm using the variable return one, the variable, and here we need to use parenthesis here. When we are invoking these return one, just here I want to get the alert message demo return. Just I want to execute my browser, refresh my browser. Here I'm getting hello APSSDC and demo return. Demo return is another way of creation, another way to creating a function. Just I want to click OK. If you have any doubts still now, would you please respond in the chat box? Okay, the one is responding. Very good. And here I want to mention with augments and without augments also. For example, if you want to mention or if you want to pass the parameters here a comma b in this return statement, just in this invoking, just I want to pass the values 2 comma 3 comma 5. And here I want to say one thing here. If the parameters and the, if the parameter and arguments are in same size, it considers the same values. A considered as 2 and B considered as 3. And if you want to take if you want to pass any additional parameters or any additional arguments here, and the excess arguments would be discarded. For example, here I want to print the values. Here I want to use alert message. In this alert, I want to mention the addition of A and B, and after just I want to use concatenate symbol. It's nothing but plus, and after that just I want to pass A plus B. When we execute this one, here I want here I'm getting the output is 2 plus 3 is 5. Observe here. Hello APSSDC. And next one is the addition of A and B is 5. And if you are taking any less number of values, so at that time the second value would be undefined. For your better understanding purpose, just I want to mention the symbols. Here A is A, and next one is B value is B. Here when we are execute these when you execute this function, just I want to comment previous alert also, because when I'm refresh my application, here I'm getting alert messages. That's why I'm commented previous alert messages. And when I'm using this one, the first one is we are already defined. We are already mentioned here. When we refresh this one, and A value is 2 and B value is undefined, because here we didn't mention two arguments here, just we are mentioning one argument. If you mention more arguments here, and if you here I'm passing only two parameters. If you're passing two parameters, now the first two arguments would be considered as these values. When we save this application and refresh here, refresh the web page here, here I'm getting the values A is 2 and B value is 34. Is it clear? Would you please respond in the chat box? Sir, can you display the function JS code top side? Okay, Amarnath. I think so. You didn't get a previous one, right? Amarnath. Yeah. And previously here I mentioned alert messages, and when I refresh my page, each and every time I'm getting these alert messages so many times. That's why I'm commented those alert messages except present function. I hope it's clear, Amarnath. Yeah, thank you. And the next one is arrow functions. Here in this arrow function also it's similar to creating a variable, similar to expression, but we don't want to we didn't use any function name here, function keyword here. Just we need to use like this, where function name or a variable name equal. Here we need to use parentheses. In this parentheses, just we are using equal and right arrow. It's nothing but arrow functions. The function base is similar to function. So here we need to mention the statements. Statements. So it's an syntax. Okay. Next, I want to implement these arrow functions here. These arrow functions are coming under ES6 properties. ES6. ES means ECMAScript 6. So just here I want to implement these arrow function in a practical manner. Here I am mentioning commented line arrow function. Here I want to create where arrow function equal. Here I want to use anonymous function without passing any parameters here. So here I want to use the console log statement. Console.log. This is arrow function. This is an arrow function. And similarly, we need to call these we need to call or we need to invoke these function with the variable name. What is the variable name here? Arrow function. Arrow function here. Just I want to save my document and execute in the browser. When I am refresh the page, I am getting a previous alert message, and here I am getting the message. This is an arrow function. And similarly here I want to here also I want to pass parameters here, and previously we are using without parameters. Here I want to use with parameters. It's also similar to previous one. Here I want to pass the parameters hello APSSDC. Before that I need to comment the previous alert message, and here also we need to write a return statement here. Just in this the entire console I want to use a return statement. Return here. Here I want to pass the parameter as a. In this console log, just I want to remove the entire message. Just I'm printing a. When I save my application and execute this application, our message would be get into the console element. Is it clear? Would you please respond in the chat box? Yeah. Thank you, Manat. And here I want to use or I want to create an higher order functions. Higher order functions. Before going to learn higher order functions, first we need to create one normal function. Before going to higher order function, just I want to create normal function. Just I want to mention a commented line here. Higher order function. Okay. Here I want to create higher order function. Before going to create a higher order function, just I want to create a normal function to get the values here. Before that, I want to create one variable where b equal or else okay. Just I want to use a variable b. In this variable b, just I want to mention in this variable b, I want to create one array numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. In this after when we are creating the variable array values, just we need to create another variable where c equal. Here I want to pass empty array. Here I want to get either even numbers or odd numbers. Here I want to get only even numbers. So here I am creating c, and these empty array, when we are getting the even numbers, those even numbers would be stored into the variable c. So here I want to use a for loop. This for loop we are already discussed yesterday's session. For here I am creating one more variable for I equal 0, I less than or equal or I less than a dot length and I plus plus. And after this, just I want to check the condition. And when we are using I, and it's getting the index values. And when we are defining an array, If you want to get these array values based on index values only, we need to get or we need to display the output here. So here I'm using if condition. Here I want to display only even numbers, right? Display even numbers. In this if condition, here I want to mention the b values. Sorry, here I am taking a b variable b, but I mention variable a here and replace the variable b. And here first I want to get the b value b of I. B of I is nothing but b is array, I is index. B of I is nothing but first we need to get the index value 0, second 1, index 2, index 3, and so on. Here I want to get only positive numbers. That's why mod here I want to use a mod 2 equal 0. Here when the condition is true and those values would be stored into the variable c. Here I want to use c dot push. Push is used to store the values which I'm getting here. Push. Here I am using b of I because b of I is nothing but the exact value, the array value. So after completion of this, just I want to print the C here. Okay, just I want to print C here by using console log or else alert C. Just I want to execute in the browser. Just refresh the application. Here I am getting the values only even numbers 2, 4, 6, and 8. Similarly, if you want to create any higher order function, just I want to comment these entire lines for your understanding purpose. Just here I am mentioning like this. Before commented the thing, just I want to create the function because I didn't create any function here. Let higher order function hf equal anonymous function. Here we need to close these anonymous function. Here I want to use arrow functions. So after I need to call hf or I need to invoke hf here. When I save our application, we need to execute this one. Here I am getting also same out. Similarly, here I want to comment these entire lines. It's a very hard coded. Higher order function is nothing but function within the function we need to mention. It's nothing but a higher order function. Just uh, comment this entire lines. The function arrow function ending is mentioned here, and here just I need to use or I need to create the variables. Other here, and by using let and const also we can able to create the variables. But let and const are ES6 functionalities. When we are discussing ES6 properties, at the time we will learn about ESA these two let and const properties. So here I want to create one variable. The variable name as same C. Here I want to use a filter. Filter is a higher order function. So when we are using filter, we need to we directly filter those values, which values we need to get here. So just I want to remove here, I want to mention here, because we need to check the variables also here. So here where c equal to, here we are storing the array values into b. So here we need to use b dot filter. Filter is a function. In this function, here I want to create one more anonymous function to filter those values which is available in the array. So for your sake of understanding purpose, just I want to use arrow functions here also. Here I want to create one more anonymous function. In this anonymous function, just I want to pass the parameter data. Here when we are applying the filter, and the data would be getting one after another, the data is getting array values one after another. Here just I want to use a return statement. When we are using a return statement, directly we need to use the condition. Directly we need to apply the condition. Here each and every array value we are getting into data. So here we are using a data mod 2 equal 0. Here I want to get alert message, alert C. Why it's not getting okay. We need to close after the filter, because we are declaring the variable outside of the filter statement, or we need to we are storing the entire filter would be stored into variable c. That's why we need to call outside of the function. When we execute this one, we are getting the same output 2468. Just refresh my page. Observe here. Here also we are getting 2468 values. It's nothing but higher order functions. I hope it's clear how to create higher order functions, right? Would you please respond in the chat box? Okay. And in these functions, we can create inner functions also. It's nothing but nested functions. And let's see how to create nested functions. After completion of these function, here we need to create nested function. We already known nested conditions. Nested condition is nothing but one after another. Nested function. Here also we need to mention a few points. And the next one is nested. nested function. So here I mentioned higher order function like filter, map, for each, etc. And if you want to apply the map as a higher order function, at that time we are getting only true or false conditions, because when we are applying the filter, it's filtering the data. When we are using a map, it's getting the value is true or false. Okay. Next one is nested functions. Nested function is nothing but one function. We need to create one more function. So here I want to create one function named as greet. Let greet equal, here I want to create anonymous function. When we are using arrow functions, we need to mention arrow here, and here I want to use alert. It's nested function. Nested nested function. And after completion of this function, here I want to create one more function. Or else here I need to create one more function. And in this greet function, just I want to pass the parameter demo1 or data1. Here I am getting its nested function. We are getting the data here. Here I mention data1. So after this, we are creating one more function. One more function here. Let message equal, here also we need to create anonymous function, and this return statement I want to use uh, the inner function. This alert message, here I want to use the inner function, and here I want to use a return statement. In this return statement, I need to call uh, these these message here. Here I want to invoke the message here, and after completion of this, uh, we need to uh, we need to call these function also. It's a root function is, it's a parent or root function. Root function name is greet. Greet how are you, or else here I want to pass the argument here. Argument is it's a nested function for greet great message. So uh, sorry, here we need to invoke the message in outside of the function. So here when we are using like this, the greet function, it would be stored into the greet message into the parameter. These parameter, it's a parent function. This parent function parameters we can access in child parameters. If you want to access child parameter to parent parameters, it won't work. So here we are getting the message. It's a nested function for greet message. Just I want to check whether I'm getting the exact one or not. It's a nested function for a greet message. I hope it's clear. If you have any queries in the functions or function calls, would you please let us know? If you clear this one, next I need to start with the DOM manipulations or DOM concept. Would you please respond in the chat box? Yeah, clear. Next one is DOM. Next one is DOM. DOM is nothing but document object model. DOM is nothing but document object model. Sir, again explain nested function. Okay. Someone asking, someone need to explain nested function. Okay. Observe here. Here, nested function means one function in another function, right? Nested is nothing but, for example, it's a function. In this function, I need to create one more function. And it's called as a parent and it's called as a child. Child. And observe here, if you're using the nested function, the parent function parameters we need to call into child component. But we didn't call the child component parameters to or child function parameters to parent function parameters. It's the first instruction. Similarly, observe here. Here it's considered as a parent function, and it considered as a child function. And in this child function, first we need to elaborate with the parent function. In this parent function, here I'm using arrow functions here. Here I'm creating a variable name as greet. And after creating a arrow function, we need to call the function, or we need to invoke the function. And here I'm passing the one parameter here, the parameter data1. This data1 is getting this data1 is getting the data for greet message. In this parent function, here I'm creating one child function. Child function is here I'm creating message. Here I want to access these parent parameter or parent parameter data into a child parameter data. So here I'm using anonymous function. here I didn't pass any data or any parameter here. Here I'm getting only parent data. So when I'm creating the child function, after creating child function, we need to invoke the child parameter here. So here I'm written the child parameter or child function, and when we execute these file, first it's getting the greet statement. A greet function carried for greeting message. These message coming to data one. These data one already filled with for a greet message. This message after that the message is called because the message function we are calling in a parent function. So when it called message function, it's related to message arrow function. Here we are mentioning it's a nested function. Is it clear? Higher order function. Okay. Mahesh wants to explain higher order function one more time. Okay. For your sake of understanding purpose, just I need to mention one more time here. For example, if you want to take or if you want to use exact data, or if you want to get any exact data at the time, we need to use higher order function. Higher order functions is coming under ES6 properties. Higher order function also is very important when we are implementing React.js program or React.js app development. So first we need to know the uh, basics here. First, here here I want to create one function. The function name is higher order HO. After HO, I'm using parentheses. It's a mandatory. In this function, I want to create one variable. Here I want to use let keyword. Let is a scope of variable. That's why here I want to use let. Let a equal to mention values. Here I'm creating one array. These array we are stored the values 1 to 100, in between 1 to 100. And if you want to get any even or odd numbers, for example, in this scenario I want to get odd numbers. What is the odd number condition here? A mod 2 not equal to 0, it's nothing but odd number, right? I'm getting odd numbers. So here first we need to iterate, or we need to get each values which is available in array. So that's why if you want to get any, if you want to iterate arrays by using for loop. For let I equal to 0, and we need to get the length of the array. So here a dot I less than a dot length, and after that we need to increment the function, increment the loop I plus plus. So here we need to check the condition here. Just here we need to get the odd numbers. Here the array name is a of I. Here I is getting for index. Here we are using I for to get the index values of array. Array index values start from 0 onwards. Mod 2 not equal to 0. Here I want to get the values. So I'm using alert message alert a of I. When I execute this one, we are getting the odd numbers. When we are invoke the function, at that time only we are getting only odd numbers. Each odd number we are getting single time. We didn't get at a time. So if you want to get at a time, just we need to create one other variable, let be equal. Here I want to use empty array. In this empty array, when the loop is iterated, the empty array would be stored with odd numbers. So here we need to use b dot push. Push is used to send the data to the array. So here a of I. Just I'm using alert message b. Here the alert message is used to display the odd values. So when I'm refresh this one, here we are getting 1, 3, 55, 7 and 67. These are odd numbers. Let's check here. 1, 3, 55, 7 and 67. These are odd numbers. And it's a hard coded. If you want to use higher order, we don't want to use these entire for loop and condition check here. Just here we are using a filter. Filter is used to filter the only odd numbers here. Here my array values would be stored into a. Here I am using a dot filter. Filter is a function, and this function here I want to use anonymous function, and these anonymous function, and when I'm getting the array values one after another, I need to store with the variable because the variable we need to filter, or we need to filter the values. We are getting only odd numbers. That's why here I'm passing the parameter param. After this, because here we are using anonymous function. In this function, we need to use a return statements directly. A return param mod2 not equal to 0, because the variable would be stored all values which we are getting odd numbers. So here, after completion of the filter statement or filter function, we need to use alert message alert b. When we execute this one, we are getting the values 1, 3, 55, 7 and 67. Is it clear? Yeah. Wait for a while. I need to send a feedback form. This is a feedback link. If you have any queries in a filter concept, would you please let us know? Would you please respond in the chat box? If you have any queries, would you please respond in the chat box? Clear. Shall I continue with the introduction to DOM manipulations? Just I want to take only 5 minutes to start a DOM manipulation. Yeah, thank you. Next one is a DOM. DOM is nothing but document object model. We already discussed the name. And the DOM is used to okay. And by using DOM manipulations, basically we are using an application programming interface APIs because DOM manipulations is used to store the APIs, and it is used to manipulate the HTML and XML format. And before going to learn DOM manipulations, first we need to see the structure of DOM manipulations. After that, we need to proceed with the DOM manipulations because without structure we can't go here or we can't move forward. For your understanding purpose, just I want to open a paint. My system taking so much time to load. Oh my god. Okay. Just I want to show the image here. DOM tree. We are setting DOM tree, and each and everyone knows HTML structure, right? In the HTML structure, the HTML is a root element, and the root element consists of two branches. The two branches are first one is head session, and second one is a body. And my system is not supporting to open Paint. It takes so much time. Okay, it's open. Let me consider it's a doc type. A doc type. And after that, we are finding the name as HTML. In this HTML can be divided into two parts. First one is head session, and the second one is body. Here I mention head, body. And these head session also we are considering several elements. Those are meta tags, title, etc. And similarly, the entire web application would be displayed in the body tag. And by using DOM manipulation, we can create any type of element, or we can create any type of attributes also here. And by using DOM manipulation, we can manipulate the colors also. By using without CSS, we can able to do the web application by using DOM manipulations, because DOM manipulations are integrated with all the technologies HTML, CSS also. And in this DOM manipulation, just I want to show one image here, because when we see the image, we can able to understand what is DOM. Here a document, here the root element is HTML, and the elements are head and body. These head consists of several elements. First one is a title, the second one is, and in this title we are mentioning the name. For example, here I am using uh, the title name is document. Oh, sorry, it's not getting. Okay, it takes so much time. Okay, here they are using the title name is air meat. So here the title text is displayed here. By using DOM manipulation, we can able to create the elements as well as text and background colors also we can able to change here onwards. And let me discuss tomorrow session and how to implement DOM manipulations in our real time scenarios. Is it clear? Because when we start the DOM manipulation, it take some time, around half an hour. That's why I want to continue with the tomorrow session onwards. It's okay for you? Would you please respond in the chat box? If you have any queries, would you please respond in the chat box? Thank you all. We will meet you tomorrow session. Thank you. I will update our entire code into the document itself. Please send the document and code in HTML and JS code. Definitely, Harman sir document is already shared the day before yesterday. I'm mentioning the entire points in the particular document only. For the sake of understanding, just I want to share here also. Copy the link. This is a document link. Uh, YouTube users, sir, how to join a GitHub link? I didn't get your question. How to join GitHub? Oh, you need to register in a GitHub, right? I think so. Fatima, I didn't get your question. Okay, we will meet you tomorrow session. Thank you.